What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. You guys know that I am a 49ers fan. Hardcore 49ers fan. And one of the guys that took us to Super Bowl was Colin Kaepernick. Now, obviously, I believe he's more of an athlete than what I would consider a quarterback, and he has a strong arm and things like that. He did fairly well, in our system. But to be real, not really an accurate thrower of the football. He could run a little bit and stuff like that, but I think that as he got older, he would have not been so good. All right. Now, I want to look at the fact that Colin Kaepernick took a knee in 2016 that really got him out of professional sports. Okay. He was suspended. He was then offered a settlement. He made a lot of money with Nike, and he had plenty of opportunities to come back. Baltimore wanted to give him a shot. Seattle wanted to give him a shot. But he had a loudmouth girlfriend on Twitter that was ruining everything. But I want to talk about a few years ago. He was offered a tryout and a workout from NFL teams. He was told that he could show up at the Atlanta Falcons training facility. He then wanted to move it to a high school. And again, wanting his narrative to stay the same, doing whatever he wants to do. All right. This was in 2019. It was a private session and a private thing, all that. And he changed it saying that, he thought there was going to be racist and all kind of stuff. And he didn't believe there are cameras. Okay, fine. So then he didn't get any kind of a look. And I criticize him heavily for that. Because listen, bro, you want to play in the league. You want to play in their system, but you don't want to follow some of their rules. You've already been given a settlement. You've made a lot of money with Nike, but you want to do things your way. And you're not a good quarterback. We're not talking about Aaron Rodgers here. We're not talking about Drew Brees here. You're a system gimmick quarterback. I know that because I'm a 49ers fan. All right? You're not a strong thrower. You're a strong thrower of the football, but you're not accurate. You're a good athlete, but you're nobody the league's gonna miss. All right? It is just that. You're nobody the league's gonna miss. Now, 5 years later, at 34 years old, you have Colin Kaepernick talking about he wants to still play football. Okay? And I remember he's talking about he's oppressed and all kind of other stuff like that, and I get it, whatever. But Tomi Lahren has come to clown him. All right? And I'm going to talk about what he said. Still working. So you see this thing here. He's throwing the football and all of this. And I mean, he can still wing it. He can still wing it. No doubt about that. But Tomi Lahren says this. Day music. LOL, not oppressed anymore now that you're not getting the attention. And Colin Kaepernick says this. For the past 5 years, dating music. For the past 5 years, I've been working out and staying ready in case an opportunity to play presented itself. I'm really grateful to my trainer, who I've been throwing to all this time. But man, I do miss throwing to professional route runners. Who's working? I will pull up. Bro, you've had plenty of opportunities to play in football again, and you fucked them up. Like nobody's listening to this. You've had so many opportunities to come back. Now you're playing games. You're not serious about playing football. Because when the league gave you the opportunity to do that, you've always dropped the ball. Okay? You've been sitting at home, basically race baiting, in my opinion. You've gotten a big check from Nike. You've gotten a good settlement. You've been on Twitter. Now, all of a sudden, you want to be playing again. Number one, you're not Michael Vick. When Michael Vick had that dogfighting incident and he was out of the league for 3 years? You've been out of the league 5. You're not as spectacular as he was. There's nobody after 5 years now, with the game is changing like what it is, with that slow release and the inaccuracy of throwing the football effectively, go play in Canada. Go play in Canada. 34, out of the league, not reading defenses. I don't care what you think. Bye. You haven't been in the quarterback room? Bye. Seriously, shut up. And as racist as some conservatives can be, especially towards the black community, this right here, for me, her comments towards him isn't a black community thing. It's calling it what it is. Okay? It's calling it what it is. And in my honest opinion, taking a knee, and I do understand police brutality happens in America, but the NFL, I don't understand why that was necessary for him to do that during the NFL. When the NFL has helped make more African-American millionaires in the NBA, like in professional sports, like what do you want from these guys? The NFL is not out there shooting people in the streets. That's not them. But what it was is Colin Kaepernick got benched because of poor play. Now, it did help that we had lost our coach, Jim Harbaugh, to Michigan. We have a terrible owner. But listen, bro, you can't play these games. You don't want to be in the NFL, because if you did, you would have done the right things. They've given you every opportunity to come back. All right? Despite the fact that, let me just say this. So many people, were behind Kaepernick and the Black Lives Matter and all stuff. Those guys don't buy football tickets, man. We're going to be real about this. You know who buys football tickets? Many whites. Many conservatives. Many Republicans are buying seats. It's not a whole lot of Black Lives Matters people buying seats at football games. So when Colin Kaepernick made his decision to do that, it offended a lot of the fan base who love America. I'm a black man. I understand that, hey, injustice happened. But you play for the NFL. Okay? Stuff that you want to do, I'm sorry. When you work for them, you do it on your own time. You take your platform and you do it on your own time. A lot of guys didn't like that. But look at where he's at now. What about all those people who supported you? They can't pay your rent now, huh? No, because they moved on to the next story. They forgot all about you, Kaepernick. It was a cool story then. People moved on with your lives and nobody's talking about you anymore. Hope you still got some money left because you haven't played the sport in 5 years. Hope you got some good investments left because you haven't played the sport in 5 years. And the reason why you haven't played the sport is because of your actions. I don't care who doesn't like it. I don't think this whole situation with Colin Kaepernick thing, this stuff right here, him not being able to get back in the league, now, them blackballing him, yeah. And from a business perspective, not that I agree with it, but I can understand why the owners did it. But him being serious about a comeback to the NFL, he's not serious. This is all to get folks talk about his dusty ass again. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first one at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.